So we'll discuss xylem in detail first. These complex tissues, they are made of more than one type of cell and they always work together as a unit. They consist of parenchyma and sclerenchyma cells. However, they don't have chlorenchymatous cells or not there in their tissues. Common examples we are going to discuss xylem and phloem. So this xylem, it is a conducting tissue which conducts water and mineral nutrients. This is very important. So whenever I ask what is the role of xylem in plants, means it conducts water and mineral nutrients upward from root to leaves. In which direction? In only one direction, from root to leaves it conducts water and mineral nutrients. And it also gives mechanical support to the plant body. It is composed of xylem tracheids, xylem fibers, xylem vessels and xylem parenchyma. We'll see one by one in detail. Xylem tracheids, they are elongated or tube-like dead cells. They are elongated and tube-like dead cells with hard, thick and lignified walls. So the thick means they are lignified because they are very rigid. Their ends are tapering, which is becoming thinner and narrower towards one end alone. They are blunt or chisel-like. Chisel-like means like C-like, and devoid of protoplasm means they don't have any protoplast. They have large lumen, that is space which is present inside them. We call it as large lumen. Their function is conduction of water and providing mechanical support to the plant. So you can see the tracheid here. This is how the tracheid looks. The highlighted one. Next we have xylem fibers. They are also elongated, lignified and pointed at both the ends. They also provide mechanical support to the plant. So you can see the fiber here with the pointed end. Next we have xylem vessels. They are long cylindrical tube-like structure with lignified walls. Their walls are lignified, which means they are thick and with wide central lumen. So tube-like means they have more hollow space inside, through the center, which we call it as central lumen. The cells are dead and they don't have any protoplast. They are arranged in the longitudinal series, which means in the lengthwise series, in which the partitioned walls are perforated. The walls are perforated means they have pores inside them, and also the entire structure looks like a water pipe. Their main function is to transport water and also to provide mechanical support. So you can see here, can you see here, wide lumen is present. They are also tube-like in nature. Finally, we have xylem parenchyma. They are living and thin-walled cells. The main function is to store starch and fatty substances. All these xylem vessels, fibers, tracheids, all these, they give the mechanical support to the plant, except this xylem parenchyma, which store starch and fatty substances. So can you see the xylem parenchyma here? Yes. So this is the overall structure of xylem, longitudinal section and transverse section you can see here. Now we are going to phloem. So we are moving on to phloem. Let us discuss in detail. So this is also a complex tissue and consists of sieve elements, companion cells, phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma. Is it clear? The main property of this phloem is to conduct organic solutes and food materials. Xylem, it will conduct what? Water and mineral nutrients upward from root to leaves, but this phloem will conduct food materials in both the ways, that is bidirectional, from leaves to storage organs and growing parts, or from storage organs to growing part of the plants it will do. So we will discuss one by one their parts in detail. First we have a sieve elements. So the conductive element of phloem are collectively called as sieve elements. Conducting means what? Taking things from one place to another place, that is moving from one place to another place. Those conducting elements we call it as sieve elements. Sieve means what? It is a kind of a separator. Okay, sieve tubes are elongated tube-like slender cells placed end to end. The transverse walls at the ends are perforated and are also known as sieve plates. So you can see the sieve plates here. Can you see here? Transverse walls, the ends, they are perforated, we call it as sieve plates. Their main function is to translocation of food from leaves to the storage organs of the plants. Translocation means placing it from one place to the another place. Okay, it will take from one part of the plant to the another part of the plant. Okay, is it clear, children? Next is companion cells. These are elongated cells attached to the lateral walls of the sieve tubes. Here they are attached to the walls of the sieve tube. We call it as, that is why since they are attached to the other one, we call it as companion. A companion cell may be equal in length to a accompanying sieve tube, or the mother cell may be divided transversely from forming a series of companion cells. Sometimes, which means the length of the cell may be same as that of the sieve element's length. Is it clear? So you can see here companion cell. So it is present along, so sieve tube is present. So along with that, this companion cell is present. Is it clear, children? Phloem, that is parallel to that, it is present. It is present parallelly to the sieve tube. That is why we call it as companion. Okay. Next we are moving on to phloem parenchyma. The phloem parenchyma are living cells which have cytoplasm and nucleus. Their function is to store food materials. So what is the function of phloem parenchyma here? Their main function is to store the food materials. In xylem parenchyma, they will store starch and fatty substances. So parenchyma of both xylem and phloem, they are having the storing property. So xylem will store starch and fatty substances. Phloem will store food materials. Is it clear, children? So this is what phloem, this is how phloem parenchyma looks like. That is a place where it stores its food. Next we are moving on to phloem fibers. So these are sclerenchymatous cells associated with the primary and secondary phloem, which are commonly called as phloem fibers. They are elongated, lignified, and provide mechanical strength to the plant body. So they are what? Lignified, which means very thick and woody in nature. So you can see the fiber, phloem fiber here. Is it clear, children? So this is the overall view of the longitudinal section of phloem tissue. Now let us see the comparison of xylem and phloem. So xylem, it conducts water and minerals. Phloem conducts organic solutes or food materials. In xylem, the conduction is unidirectional. In phloem, the conduction is bidirectional. Third point, xylem, the conducting channels means what? The pathway. That is tracheids and vessel. Here the conducting channels are sieve tubes. Through sieve tubes only everything will move here. Components in xylem are xylem tracheids, xylem vessel, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fibers. Here we have in phloem sieve elements, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. Is it clear? So this is very important 5 mark question. Finally, we are going to see the difference between meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. So in meristematic tissue, cytoplasm is very dense and vacuoles are nearly absent. In permanent tissues, they are large central vacuole is present in living permanent cell. In meristematic tissue, intercellular spaces are absent because they are the growing cells. In permanent tissue, intercellular spaces are present. Because of the spaces only, we call them as parenchyma and all. Meristematic tissue, component cells are small, spherical or polygonal or undifferentiated. Here the cells are large, differentiated with different shapes. Cell wall is thin and elastic. Here the cell wall is thick because they are lignified. In meristematic tissue, they are non-lignified. In meristematic tissue, nucleus is large and prominent. Here the nucleus is less conspicuous. Cells grow and divide regularly. Cells do not they do not normally divide because they are grown tissues, they don't divide. Last point, provides mechanical support and elasticity to the plant. They provide only the mechanical support. Permanent tissues provide only the mechanical support. So let us summarize what all we studied today. So in today's class we saw plant tissues in detail, that is meristematic tissue. We saw apical meristem which is present in the top of the shoot, lateral meristem which is present in the sides, intercalary which is present in between. Then permanent tissues which stop with the tissues which has stopped growing completely, that is simple and complex. In simple we saw parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Under sclerenchyma we saw sclerites and fibers. And in complex tissue we discussed the xylem and phloem. The main function of xylem is to conduct water and minerals, and the main function of phloem is to conduct food material. So you should never forget that. Next class will discuss animal tissues in detail. Until then, thank you children.